welcome to a new movie thing show where we review movies in the theaters, and we review them, and we review them.
We review them.
I'm Meg Turney.
I'm Trisha Hirschberger. And if you guys don't have a chance to go to the movie theaters this weekend, you can always stay home and watch some Netflix. Go to netflix.com/SourceFed. You get a free month of instant streaming. And then you can join us on our other movie show, Movie Club.
Yes, this week we watched Frozen.
We sure did. If you are in for like a good like fuzzy feeling in your heart film and have 2 hours to go do that with, then this is a great movie to see.
If you have kids that are willing to see this movie, you're gonna be fine. You'll get through it, and it's more enjoyable than most kids movies. If you're an adult and you're looking for like a Mulan or like a kids movie that you're like, oh, I watch that regularly, this is not it. But it's not bad, it's just not awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't my least favorite of Disney's newer films, for sure, but it wasn't my favorite either. It was like right in the middle, I'd say. So a good time overall. However, if you have little kids, it is 2 hours, which is long for a Disney film, so good luck with that.
So Frozen tells the story of two sisters, one that has magical abilities to make snow and ice and all that good stuff, and the other who just wants to be loved. This movie stars Kristen Bell as Anna, and then our rent lady,
Idina Menzel! Woo-woo!
They're good. The only reason I object to Idina's casting is that she is in her 30s and her voice is impeccable.
It's amazing.
But it doesn't sound like an 18-year-old's voice, and the older sister is supposed to be 18. Alan Tudyk is also in this film.
Oh, love me some Alan Tudyk.
He's the Duke of Weaseltown.
Weaseltown! As in any Disney film, you've got your funny, lovable sidekick characters. We've got Olaf the Snowman. We've got Sven the Reindeer. I know I'm going against the grain here, but the goofy sidekick characters weren't my favorite.
I loved the snowman. I think because he seemed like a pet, and that might be why you didn't like him. But I was thinking while I was watching it, you wouldn't have liked Sven either because he was like a pet. The reindeer.
Although Entangled, the horse is my favorite character.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's not always true.
I loved the snowman, Olaf. I thought he was hilarious and fantastic, and he was a little bit like, his jokes were a little bit predictable, but in a movie that felt all the way predictable, he was just a little less predictable, and I thought it was great.
He was a little too doofy for me. I think that was my problem with him. I wanted him to be a little wittier. And I have to say, the sisters, I really like the way that they were drawn. They're both very pretty. And I really like the way that they were written. Like, they both seem like real people. You know, sometimes when you get into, like, kids' movies, people are very two-dimensional and, like, cookie-cutter character types. I really didn't feel like that with this movie at all. They were real people, and I appreciated that.
I did feel like, though, that most Disney movies are fairly predictable. This one was so predictable, it was like almost laughable. Like, it took me right out of the movie.
I kind of suspected where it was going, but I wasn't like, oh God, they're obviously gonna do this. So I was like, oh, I appreciate that it went there.
I mean, those happen. It's kids' movies. You really don't need them to be unpredictable, but this one was like, come on, really? In some parts.
The way that they wrote in and dealt with the what happens to the parents was very, very smart.
Happens in the first 5 minutes. It's not a spoiler.
Yeah, it's not really a spoiler, and it's like every Disney movie. Every movie,
parents are always die, but it is like it's a very artsy way that they did it for a Disney film. I thought it was handled very well. I felt like the songs in the movie were very well written, and the music was beautiful. But there was a song every 4 words.
Yeah, and I love my musicals. And again, the songs were super well written and catchy. And like when they played the one song again in the credits at the end, I was like, yeah, like I was happy to hear it again. But yes, there were times in the movie where like, another song.
It felt like
move the story, please.
It felt like Les Mis.
I love Les Mis.
Where every word is a song.
I love Les Mis.
That may be because that's what I was watching right before we went to the movie, but it reminded me of, it was literally like, you know what's great? Snow is great! Snow is awesome!
There were songs all the time.
Great song. Anyway, great song!
So this movie was directed by Chris Buck and Jennifer Lee, and I have to say overall, the direction, I mean the animation and just the look of the film was great.
It was gorgeous. The things that the sister can do with ice were very cool.
Oh my God, I wanted to be her when she made that.
So bad. The only thing is, how did she go from being able to make ice to being able to make dresses? We will never know.
It's a nice dress.
It's a very nice ice dress.
It's a nice dress. I bought it. suspension of disbelief, friends.
She's just magical, and I loved it. But I love that it was just like, sweet ice castle, nice ice dress. Hey.
It was a sexy ice dress. She went from being all like prim and proper and reserved to like, ba-bam, and here I am.
She has like ruffle hair. She's like, I'm sexy now.
She was way hot.
Sings a song about it. That's probably not what it's called.
I appreciate how hot the older sister was, and was not the love interest.
No.
Hot and strong and independent.
Yeah, she
like
a lady.
that.
She didn't need anybody.
No way.
She don't need no man.
So my final thoughts, I enjoyed this film. It's not going to be one of the Disney films that I buy and keep on my shelf like some of the other ones like Mulan or Tangled. But, you know, there's Disney films out there for everybody. Everybody has their own personal preference. I didn't really care for Brave, and some people that's like their favorite Disney film ever. So for me, this was a right in the middlesies, but I enjoyed it, and I really do like the Disney films, and I like the warm, heart, fuzzy feeling. The animation was beautiful, and the songs were written well. So overall, I'm going to give Frozen a 7 out of 10.
This is not going to be, like Trisha said, the Disney movie. I think that people are going to be like, the best Disney movie ever.
It's no Little Mermaid.
It's not. It's no Mulan. It's no Little Mermaid. I think if you have kids that want to see it, they'll enjoy it. It is a little long. We did see some families have to leave while we were watching it, but I think it's going to be more enjoyable for parents than most kids' movies, but it's not like an Incredibles or Toy Story or anything like that where you're going to really be invested. I thought there were too many songs, and there were way too many, and it was just really, it got a little eye-rolly sometimes. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I will say, though, again, that I think some people will really enjoy it, and it just wasn't for me.
So we're not the only ones that got a chance to see this film. On IMDb right now, it's rocking a 7.9 out of 10, so people are really liking it.
On Rotten Tomatoes, it has an 84% from critics, but a 91 from
Wow.
audiences. So I think it's because it's really attracting what I think it will flourish in. I think for like families, this movie is going to be a hit.
Huge hit. Yeah, I think so too.
For adults who don't have children, not so much. But for families, A+.
Well, and it just has that Disney magic feel. Like, there's a lot of kids' movies out right now. Like, I know, like, we saw Despicable Me 2 not that long ago. I like this way better than that. But that's the Disney magic.
Well, I liked it a lot better than this, but I just don't feel like it was like, for me, Disney magic is Little Mermaid, Cinderella, Mulan.
Right,
like
well, the golden years, man. The golden years of Disney.
Alright guys, that's it for New Movie Things Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you can't make it to the theater this weekend, you can always go to netflix.com/sourcefed to get a free month of instant streaming and join us on Movie Club.
I'm Trisha Hirschberger.
I'm Meg Turney. Do you want to build a snowman?
No, but I do kind of want to cosplay those girls.